Attorney General versus Jonathan Cape Limited, 1976. Presented by Rulebook Rebels. Do subscribe our channel. Richard Crossman, a former cabinet minister, kept diaries documenting discussions and advice given during cabinet meetings. He intended to publish a book based on these diaries, which included insights into cabinet discussions and advice regarding civil servants. However, after Crossman passed away, his book manuscript was submitted to Jonathan Cape Limited, a publishing company, for approval. Jonathan Cape Limited sought to publish Crossman's book despite facing resistance from the Secretary of the Cabinet, who refused to grant approval. Despite the rejection, certain parts of the book were published without official consent. When this unauthorized publication came to the attention of the Attorney General, legal action was initiated against Jonathan Cape Limited. The Attorney General applied for an injunction against Jonathan Cape Limited to prevent further publication of the book without proper authorization. The case raised important questions about the confidentiality of cabinet discussions, the rights of individuals to publish their memoirs, and the responsibilities of publishers in ensuring legal compliance. It also underscored the tensions between freedom of expression and government confidentiality in the context of sensitive political information. The injunction was issued because the book that was going to be published might go against what is good for the public, and it might have talks that could harm national security. The government thought it was important to keep these things secret among the members. So this case is about a constitutional rule called collective cabinet responsibility. This rule says that the discussions that happen in the cabinet should stay secret. This is one of the important traditions that the government follows. Judgment. The court has the authority to stop publications that are harmful to the public interest. In this case, a publication was considered a breach of confidence, meaning it violated an agreement or duty to keep information confidential. Specifically, the court was concerned about protecting the doctrine of collective responsibility within the cabinet, which is important for ensuring that the government functions effectively and remains accountable to the public. The doctrine of collective responsibility, which requires members of the cabinet to publicly support government decisions, was deemed to be in the public interest. The court agreed with the Attorney General's argument that disclosing the private views and opinions of individual ministers from confidential cabinet meetings could undermine this doctrine. The court recognized that there is a need to maintain confidentiality in cabinet discussions to uphold collective responsibility, especially within a certain time frame after the meetings occur. However, in this particular case, the court noted that a significant amount of time had passed since the confidential cabinet meetings took place. Despite concerns about breaching confidentiality, it was found that the information contained in the publication did not pose a current threat to the doctrine of collective responsibility. Additionally, upon review, it was determined that the content of the publication did not contain any sensitive information that needed to remain confidential. As a result, the court rejected the injunction sought by the Attorney General, allowing the publication to proceed without restriction.